Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're having a little bit of an issue tonight. I don't know what's going on, but for some reason I can't see actually see myself on the show. I don't know what's going on, so you'll have to bear with us here while we try and figure this out. But there is a little bit of an issue. Don't know why. Do bear with us. But if you can hear me and you're coming into the chat room, come and let me know that you can hear me. Okay. Of course, we're coming to you live on United Public Radio Network, 105.3, 107.7 FM, directly from New Orleans. And we hope everybody in New Orleans tonight is having a good day. Well, good day, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time it is, whatever day it is in the world with you. I do hope you're enjoying it, no end. So anyway, coming into the show tonight, let's have a look. We have a picture of Scott Knoll. Yeah, we don't know what's going on. I can't get onto the screen. We don't know what's going on. I don't know why I can't get onto the screen. It shouldn't be there, but you guys can hear me. That's more important. So I've got Tony, Jackie, Lynn, Amanda, Pascal Boucher, and Karen. Everybody's I don't know what's going on here, guys. Like, I literally cannot get onto the screen. I have no idea why I can't get onto the screen, but I can't. I don't know why. I can't make anything happen. There seems to be an issue here, and what I'm trying to do is take that. There we go. Now, I understand what he did. He did an overlay, which means he was overlaying me, and we couldn't get him off. But I'm live now. Hey! I'll overlay him with mine. I'm 100% positively sure it was a little mistake. So that's much more important. Let's have a look at who's joined us tonight now. I can see you. There you are. Woohoo! So, Tony Egan, welcome to the show. Jackie Noon, welcome to the show. Lynn, of course, as always, welcome to the show. Amanda, welcome to the show. As always, Pascal Boucher, welcome to the show. Karen W, I love that. Welcome to the show. Dawn, welcome to the show. Let's go on down. JJ McKendrick, hi, JJ, lovely to see you. It's been a wee while. I do hope you're well. And of course, I do hope everybody is sharing this. So get the show shared. Share it out there with your friends, with your family, and let's get it out to all of the people. And share it with the people. Tell them that we're live. Please tell everybody we're live. Now, if you are listening to me, and you are watching me on Facebook tonight, then there's Facebook may have an issue. Okay. In which case, zip across to YouTube. Go onto YouTube, type in the search bar Paul Francis Medium. Up will come my face, I'm guessing, or at least up will come up my channel, and you'll be able to join the show live on my channel. So make sure you do that. Get it out there. I mean, for an example, I've got Facebook user who is Facebook. Hi, Paul. Facebook user kiss. And I'd love to show you what I see. Literally, there's just like a blank gray strip that says Facebook user, and I can't tell who that is. But thank you for being here, nonetheless, whoever you are. So when you come onto the show and you see that StreamYard thing, click OK and click allow, and then I'll be able to see you. If not, scoot across to YouTube. Into YouTube, type in Paul Francis Medium, and that'll take you to my channel, and you'll be able to join the show from there, and I'll be able to see exactly who you are. And it's lovely to see you guys, but welcome to this Monday night. I have to be absolutely 100% honest with you and telling you I'm really tired. I've had a long weekend, busy. So coming up tonight, we will have the Outer Realm with Michelle and Amelia. And of course, my show will return this coming Thursday, which is Spirit Quest. Now, here's the thing. This coming Thursday, the times change. We go from 11 p.m. UK time to 9 p.m. UK time. So you guys will be able to join us. Woo-hoo-hoo. Sue, welcome to the show, darling. Lovely to see you. Thanks for being here. And please share and get it out there. Get it in your Facebook friends. Get it especially into your groups. Share the link and get everybody to come and join us. Okay. Sue's joining us on YouTube, this which I'm glad to see. So you probably will find it more stable on YouTube than anywhere else, because we've been telling, a lot of people have been telling me that they're enjoying the show right up until the point where they can't talk to me anymore. Well, that's just really kind of, it just doesn't work, really. It just doesn't work. If you're chatting away and then all of a sudden you just can't chat anymore, you'll be bored. So it's not really going to help the show a lot. So I'm trying to really get you all to go across to YouTube and go into my channel there. And make sure when you go into YouTube, by the way, you subscribe to my channel, because when we're doing more shows, you'll be told in advance about the shows. So it's probably better to be on YouTube anyway. So there we go. As always, tonight's show is Reach Across Live, in which case I do Q&A. And remember, if you send me a message going, have you got anything from me, the likelihood of you being ignored is very high. Okay? If you really, really want to get an answer, get a question in. Okay? Anything for me just doesn't mean diddly. Okay? That's like me saying water. It just doesn't mean anything. So if you really, really want to try and get a link into your family, then put effort and energy into it. And the best way to do that is ask a question. And so that builds up energy around you, in which case your family can use that energy and link in with me, in which case then we have an opportunity to bring you a message through, which is what I want to do. Okay? About what I do is probably a really good question, because I like to teach the how it works. I like you to ask me questions about what's going on with you. In other words, how do I do this? How do I do that? This is happening in the house, that's happening in the house, or whatever, things of that nature. Honestly, I've been saying it now for weeks and weeks. Please just don't put up, is there anything for me? Because the answer will be, from here forth, no. Because really, think about it, if you can't be bothered putting a question, then why would you think anybody else would be bothered answering you? Anyway, moving forward, Demi Warwick is in the room. Demi, welcome to the show. Lovely to see you, and thank you very much for sharing. Keep it going, keep it moving. Now, to give you a heads up about Thursday's show, Thursday's show is about ghosts and spirits, so don't miss it. Okay, Thursday's show, 9 p.m. here on GMTV. On Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. So basically, it's all about spirits and ghosts, and now that'll make it 3 p.m. Eastern. Alrighty, is it 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. Eastern? And Amanda says, "Oh, Paul, you're looking well." Well, thank you so very much. It probably looks better because these squish my head, and I've had a haircut anyway, so there we go. Right, Jackie says, Paul. Question, you know what, it's easier when I bring it up on here. That means everybody else can see it. But the people who are listening to us on FM, they can't see it, so I read it out. Alrighty. Well, Paul, a question for me is, how is the best way to advance to being good enough to work on platform? Well, Jackie, that's a really great question. And do you know what? I'm not pleased for not for 1 second am I being facetious. Not for 1 second. But the answer is, it's down to you. It really is. So, and it's kind of like, how much effort do you want to put in? And how badly do you want to work on platform? Now, the big sort of, what's the right word here? The big stumbling block when you start to work in front of people, especially audiences, is nerves. Okay, and so there's nerves will be a stumbling block in two ways, but in another way it can be a godsend, because you're on edge and it gives you a whole pile of energy, and that energy can work. You can use that energy to work in your favor. Faye and Roger are in the highest. Welcome to the show, guys, and it's an absolute pleasure to see you guys in the room. Thank you very much for being here. I missed your show on Saturday because I was away up in Devon which is, well, obviously you know what Cornwall is at the bottom of the UK. Then the next county up is Devon, and I was up in there already. So that's why I missed your show, and I'm really, really sorry. And I was in an amazing house, an absolutely mind-boggling, amazing house. In fact, for all you literal fans out there, I was in the house where Arthur Conan Doyle wrote Hound of the Baskervilles. Was there spirits there? Oh, duh. Was there ever? So I was actually in a place where Arthur Conan Doyle wrote Hound of the Baskervilles, and get this right, the person who owns the house currently, an amazing, wonderful lady, and we were chatting with her, Carol. And the person who owned the house previous to Carol was the Prince of Wales. So it was actually a royal household before that. I'll tell you what, mind-boggling. The house was in a beautiful place. It was surrounded by woodlands and streams and little trickling brooks. Oh gosh, one step down from heaven, that's where it was. So it was in this beautiful house at the weekend, and that's why I sadly missed your show, Faye and Roger. I'm really sorry I missed your show, but I'm hopefully you'll forgive me, because the experience was mind-boggling. Being in the house where Hound of the Baskervilles was written, I was like, you're joking, right? This is, oh yeah, this is where it was written. And then obviously on the walls and things was these royal seals and things. I was like, wow, this is quite cool actually. So going back to Jackie Noon's question, Jackie says, so what is the best way to advance to being good enough to work on platform? Well, first and foremost, the only person that should be judging you, Jackie, is you, nobody else. Okay, it's really easy for people to sit and go, well, this person isn't good enough. And usually what I say is, when I got a person in the audience going, well, you're not really good enough, I go, well, you do it then. You know, if you are 100% honest with yourself and what you're getting through, then you are doing the job right. Okay. My advice is, don't deviate from what you're given. It doesn't matter what the person can do. Listen, the word no doesn't mean you're wrong. All right? That's something I've taught my students. The word no. And if you say blah, 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 and they go no, that does not mean you're wrong. That means no, I don't want to talk to that person. No, I'm not really 100% on that particular side of the family. No, I don't understand that information right now. No, this is not the place for me to talk about that. No means there's a plethora of things other than you being wrong. If you are 100% with what you're being given and don't deviate, I always say don't stretch, okay? Don't try. And by the way, Jackie, take my advice, okay? Take this in. Do not try and make it fit. Let them do the work, okay? Your job is to provide the piece of the jigsaw. It's up to them to put it in the particular part of the picture. How could you possibly know which part of their picture to put that piece of jigsaw? That's their job. Alrighty? Take the pressure off yourself. And remember, it's a communication. It's not a dictation. That's the difference. Communication versus dictation. Communication is you are, hence the name medium, in between the two. The person who's trying to talk to you from the other side and the person you're giving the information to. Two-way. Dictation is when I'm going vroom like that. There are times when I do dictate, but however. So, my advice, Jackie, is do a huge amount of meditation. Stick to what you're getting. Do not deviate from what you're getting, and don't make things up, okay? If you say, what I always say is, listen, let me just give you the information as I'm getting it, and I go da 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 da, and then I go, now you've got that information. This is what that means to me. It may mean something different to you, but I always finish that bit off by saying, but you're right. Okay, if you think it's something else, you're right. I'm just going to say what it means to me. So that's my advice, is to do loads of meditation, loads, and practice and practice and practice on different people, different types of people, and then practice psychic self-defense in a big way. Okay. Karen, hi Paul, would love a wee reading. I feel a loved one around me. But it was, I'll read that again. So, hi Paul, would love a wee reading. Love the way that comes across, very Irish. I feel my loved one around me, but is it me just wanting her to be close, or does she come and visit? Well, first and foremost, Karen, thank you for being here. Thank you very, very much. And let me just follow that up by saying your family and friends who come to visit you want to be here. Okay? Now, the very fact that your energy is picking up an essence of the person around you that's called a psychic connection. Okay? That's their energy linking with your energy, and you're getting a feeling of that person. That's the word. I've got a feeling. That's called psychic. I've got a feeling. They're making me feel. Okay? They will be around you. They'll be trying to let you know they're around you, and they're more importantly, and what I'm picking up around you is, obviously you're a K, but there's like a C or K name, like Christine, Catherine, Karen. No, obviously you're a Karen, but there's another C or K name they want me to acknowledge. Somebody crosses over with a cancer-related crossing, because I'm seeing the big C, and this cancer, they're telling me there's about three. They're telling me three cancers on the other side of life, 2 and 1, 2 and 1. So that means 2 ladies and a male, or 2 males and a lady, or 2 from one family, 1 from another. But they're telling me to talk about 3 being the connection here, but 3 related to the big C, cancer. One person's cancer goes, it comes, and then it subsides quite a bit, and then it comes back a little bit, and then a little bit more, okay, to the point where they can't save it. Alrighty, and it's not, it's kind of like, it's not massively aggressive, it's just in a place where it can't be treated. That's the way I'm being shown. They tell me to talk about eyesight as being significant here as well. Alrighty, and they tell me to talk about strong T, like Teresa, Tony, Tom, Tim. There's a strong T name to be acknowledged. 12. Now they're telling me to talk about the 12th month of December as being significant, or the 12th of a month is connected, but they're telling me to talk about the number 12. Pete, I'm hearing the name Pete being shouted in the background. Pete, that's where I'm getting it. Pete. So it's Peter, Pete, Petra, I don't know. Pete. There's a strong P name. I'll always revert to the initial. I can be off by names, but I won't be off by the initial of what it sounds like. And remember, everybody listening tonight, when I give a name, it doesn't necessarily mean that person has crossed over. For my reference, it means who they are, who's with them, or please say hi to. And a strong B name like Brenda, Belinda, Brandon, a strong B. Karen, you have. It's okay to cut the ties, but not in a negative way. Alrighty. In other words, it's okay to get up and get on with life. That's the goal here. And there's something about the golden dog, or the gold dog, or the blonde dog. Something about that I'm being told to talk about. This dog feels very, very loving, or very, very important. Like almost the messenger here. Karen, please get up and get on with life. I've said over and over and over and over and over, and I will continue to say over and over and over, if you want to honor those who have crossed and be the best you can be here, live life to the max. If you were hiding yourself away and being sorrowful and hiding yourself away from the world and going downhill, you're not honoring them. Okay, in fact, they get really they're not happy. They don't get very happy about that, because you're wasting a gift. Honor them by being the best you can be. Now, there's something about, I can't think of anything else than this can be, something about Thai or Thailand. I'm being shown. Let me just go right down to the bottom in case Karen is responding to me. My partner passed with pancreatic cancer. There you go. Too advanced to save her. There we go, Karen. Well, she is definitely around you. I'm trying to move on. She had a wee goody coloured dog she adored. I'm trying to be happy, and I know she's watching you. Right, okay, Karen, listen, here's the deal. You're restricting your life because you think that's honoring her. You're restricting your life. You think it's dishonoring by getting out and living life to the max. That's the total opposite to who she is and who she was. She was a life liver. And I'm supposed to say that you are the same. And that's a good thing to do. I figured that out, Karen, the golden dog. I'm supposed to talk about doing something for the blood cancer or something to do with blood and cancer. Something about it feels to me something to do with. Right. Okay. Let me explain to you what I'm seeing, and then you might be able to figure it out. I'm seeing a board with which looks like a thermometer, and there's like a drive to make numbers go up the thermometer. But this is not an actual thermometer. This feels to me like it's numbers to be hit, like to raise a certain amount of money for a particular goal. And it looks like me like a blood drive. That's what it looks like. But I'm I could be well wrong. Please forgive me if I am. But if you're going to honor her by doing something in a very charitable way, that's an amazing thing for her. Alrighty. She said to tell you that she got the words. So there's words written on something specific, and she told me to tell you she got the words. Oh no, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. That's what I'm hearing. Literally the verbatim. No. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't. Stop thinking that. It doesn't hurt. It's like going to sleep and waking up. That's what I'm supposed to tell you. She says to tell you that she was the one making the noise in the corner of the room. Something about the stuffed toy or the furry toy or something about that, but making the noise in the room. But the number 12 is significant. I'm going to assume it's either the 12th of a month or the 12th month of December that is significant here. I'm supposed to acknowledge that there's a birthday anniversary, that she's with someone who recently had a birthday anniversary. So we're talking about November, December, January, but it feels recent to me. But she's with the people whose birthday anniversary that connects to. And again, it's either Thai or Thailand is significant. Alrighty. So I'm going to go for the number 12. Wow, she wasn't going to hang about tonight. I'm telling you that not for nothing. Who's Elizabeth or Elaine or Eileen? Who's the strong E name she wants me to acknowledge? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. There we go. Oh, Karen. This is the card that came out. Your primary relationship is with yourself and God, and every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle up closely with your loving Creator. As you feel safe and loved within, it's gone out of it's gone all out. There we go. As you feel loved within, so shall other relationships bloom and prosper. Relationship, my darlings, look at that. If that's not her, I don't know what is. Alrighty. So Karen, I do hope. First of all, thank you so very much for being the very first out of the gate tonight, so to speak. She was not going to wait around, and she wants me to remind you of the hiking or the walking in the woods with the river, but something feels to me like hiking in the woods I'm supposed to talk about. Oh, your daughter's birthday is in January, so obviously that's the recent birthday. She wanted to bring out something that relates to you so that you know it was her that's talking to you. Okay? Hopefully that helps you, and please, darling, get your head down and get on with enjoying yourself. Okay? Sarah Egan says, "Hey, hope you're well this evening," and I thank you very much, Sarah. I'm tired, but I am doing okay. Thank you very much for asking. And I am Karen W. Karen White W. Got it. And when I chat to my mom about the afterlife, she makes me giggle. She always says how can all the people that have gone before fit up there? That's a really cool one, Sue. Let me bring it up on the screen. So Sue Vinicum says, when I chat to my mom about the afterlife, she makes me giggle. As she says, how can all of the people that have gone before fit up there? How do you answer that? Well, if you think about the amount of people that leave this world, alrighty, but equally the amount of people that join this world, there's your balance. But the concept on the other side of life isn't like this, where what your mom is doing is she's thinking of our world in a physical sense. In other words, relating this world to that world, when this is not anything remotely like that world, because that world is far, far, far bigger, and we are a different kind of energy on that side of life. Yet we're still very much physical in the physical sense, because we can, we can affect this world in a physical way. But it's not the same. It's kind of not like our body doesn't transfer over to that. It's our essence and our spirit that transfers over to that. Alrighty. So the body and all the ailments stay here, and the soul or the spirit essence transfers across, and it takes with it all its memories and the love. That's the big key point here. What we carry with us is the love we had here. We carry that with us to the other side of life. So remember that, guys. That's why I keep saying to you, communicate, appreciate, and validate everybody in your life. So maybe you've never to do it for you. Do that every day. But what a great thing for your mom to have a giggle about, because it is fantastic. Now, Sue, I can tell you that your mom is worried about how long or how much time she has left. Okay, it's not a it's dead easy for anybody else to say. It's really easy for a medium like myself, or anyone else for that matter, to say, oh, don't worry about it, when the time's up, it's up. But as you zoom toward when you think your time is up, it becomes frightening. And no matter how strong or how articulate or how flamboyant or how sort of wise you might think you are, you will enter a fear factor. You will go through doubts. You will through, is this place real? Am I going to go to another life? Is it there? Well, first and foremost, that's why I've dedicated half of my life to this, to find those questions. And I can categorically tell you, yes, it is real. Yes, I've been there. Yes, I managed to go there and come back. Don't worry, but that's easy for me to say. So I've always kind of countermanded people's worries with humor. Now, your mom sounds to me like very humorous. So as a busload go over, a busload come back. That's the best way to tell her. But I do like that concept. That's going to get a bit crowded on the other side, isn't it? If everybody goes over there. But remember, babies are being born every second, so spirit comes back. So it's not it kind of balances itself out. Lovely question. Enjoyed that. Thanks, Sue. Thank you so much. Sarah Egan says, I feel loved ones around me all the time. I can feel their presence, but have only seen, I'll read that again because I've just lost it. I feel loved ones around me all the time. I can feel their presence with me, but I've only seen once, and there is always strength in bonding. I can't make out what that is, because it's not reading for me. I'm misreading it. Once there's any ways to strengthen my bond where I can see more and maybe communicate. Got it. All right, Sarah. First and foremost, the best way to, basically what Sarah is saying is she can feel the loved ones around her, and is there a stronger way to be able to communicate with those people who have, come in contact with her? Well, the very first thing to do is stop doubting. Okay, if you feel them around you, then just communicate as you would with anybody. any person, it feels a bit awkward at the beginning when you're like just sitting in a room talking to yourself. And yes, it, you know what, even I go, alrighty, when I'm on stage and people are talking to me and I'm going, tell me that again. I'm thinking about that from the perspective of a person in the audience watching this guy on stage going, well, sorry, I didn't understand what you just said. That must look weird. Okay, that must look incredibly weird. But I've got to the point in my career where I don't care. So it really, really is a matter of, once you get that feeling that the energies of the loved ones that you're interacting with are around you, talk to them and don't be afraid to challenge them. Say, listen, I need to know who you are. Okay, so try and help me find out who you are. Are you such and such? Are you mom, dad, grandparent, grandfather, grandmother? If you are, then do something that will draw me towards who you are so I know who you are. So open the communication up. Imagine you're there blind and you need to find out who that person is. So your eyes are closed and you're trying to find out who it is. Tell them to give you hints and tips and draw you towards who they are. They may start singing songs. They may start putting pictures in your mind. They may start putting essences and smells around you, and that will give you hints and tips and driving you towards who this person is. But more importantly, the only thing that will stop your communication happening will be your own self-doubt. Am I really getting this? And then that'll just, everything will just come down again. So while you're building up energy, allow that energy to flow, okay? I have an energy around you, but I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to try and force it either. There is an energy around you trying to talk to me, but they haven't linked that, figured out just exactly. Right. Like a G or J name, like Gary. It sounds to me like a Gary. Garth. A strong G or J name, Sarah, that's being acknowledged around me. Somebody crosses over with what I would refer to as a 1, 2, 3 crossing. They hear that 1 minute, they're there the next. It's like a boom. So it's a massive heart attack, an aneurysm, but something that takes them really, really quickly. Trust me, that's exactly the way they wanted to go. They would not have been able to handle a labored crossing. They would not have been able to handle that. And I'm kind of getting the essence that this person would have not necessarily believed in the afterlife, but when I went to say to chapel just in case. Much different than what they were told. Got it. So being told that it was kind of like portrayed in a very religious way, and it's much different to what they were portrayed, and not wrong, but just different. I got it. They want me to acknowledge the fact that you don't get a cloud and a harp and grapes and you float off and just enjoy. That's why it's called the next life. In other words, they've got stuff to get on with. It is another world. They have to get on with work and things of that nature. So it wasn't that they were thinking, okay, when I go to heaven, I'm going to be given a cloud and a harp and a load of grapes and I'll float off and enjoy that for all eternity. No. So it's not as they outlaid. Either we're coming up in around February, March time on a birthday and anniversary connected here. I'm getting a crossing. We're coming up on a connection to a crossing because I'm getting one of my white flowers, which tells me an anniversary, primarily. Okay. So let me just go right back down and see if Jackie's interacting with me here. Okay. I have blocked Robert Bale. He's an idiot. It's all right. Don't worry about it. And you're going to get morons like this, so don't worry about them. I'm not. Robert Stanley Bell says, "Sir, this is a scam." How about you? Okay. Well, do you know what? If it's just a scam, don't watch it. There you go. Don't have to watch. I'm not making you watch the show. That's the bit that makes me laugh. He's actually watching my show and then say this is a scam because it's going out in 3 different levels. There you go. So if you want to go to this Robert, whatever his name, Robert Stanley Bell, and just say to him, all the information I've give you is a scam apparently. We're back. Okay. Sorry about that. So if you want to go and put Mr. Robert Stanley Bell right, I'd really enjoy you doing that for me. Thank you very, very much. Karen says, wow, thank you very much. Hello, Facebook user. I don't know who you are, but hello and welcome to the show. I have her memorial plaque in our favorite spot in the woods. There you go. If you want to go to that Robert Stanley Bell, Karen, and tell him that this is, because he's referring to me as a charlatan, and please put him straight. And this other person, ancestors, William, I've no idea. My advice to you guys is, unless I say this is the person you want to go and talk to, my advice is not to, alrighty, because they are the scams. All right. But what I would like to do is, we'll handle that Robert Stanley. She keeps saying she is ready, but get scared. I can completely understand that, Sue. If at all it's helpful, I'm more than willing to talk with her. All right. Amanda says, "Is that why my mom won't let go? She's so ill and tired, but holds on." It's no, Amanda. The reason why your mom doesn't want to let go, my darling, is bring that up on the screen. The reason why your mom doesn't want to let go is because she's a very strong character. Okay, she'll go when she's ready. She reminds me of my dad. My dad was told that his end of life was going to be at a certain time. It was coming up to November, 2020, 2001, something like that. 2000. We were all told he's not going to make it past. My father, not only did he make it past, but he went right through to Good Friday the following year. So if and she has that strength, she wants to stay here, okay, and that's fine, and she will, because she wants to, alrighty, and she'll go when she's ready, and that's the kind of feeling that I'm being given around this. Now, either she has a sister in spirit, or she wants me to talk about, I'm being shown a lady that stands alongside of her, very similar in stature, and not dissimilar in looks, but in the blue eyes are significant here. I'm supposed to talk about the blue eyes. Maria or Maria is the name I'm being told to talk about, or an MA name, unless I'm just pushing that too hard. Okay, we're coming up on a significant date here, Amanda, I'm supposed to acknowledge. So what I see is significant date. I'm being shown diamonds, okay? And that means to me, that's a symbol that means significant date. So a significant date would be 18th, 21st, 25th, 30th, 40th, 50th, 60th, 70th, that kind of thing. Significant date. Because being shown diamonds, and I'm supposed to share that with you in relation to mom. Alrighty? Apart from yourself, there's a strong A, like Arthur, Andrew, Andy. That name is being acknowledged as well. And they want me to talk about April as being significant. Yeah, 4th month, April, or the 4th of a month is significant. No, she will go when she's absolutely ready to go. And very, very similar to Sue's mom, is like strength of mind, strength of heart, and then gets a little bit weak with fear, which is totally understandable. I can't imagine anybody going like, "Oh no, I'm ready for this," and but not having fear. Totally understandable. I'm supposed to acknowledge either fluctuations in blood pressure or heart-related thing here, Amanda. But I'm being shown blood lines going up and down like that. Okay, so it's blood pressure, blood sugar, or heart-related issues I'm supposed to talk about. Um, there's going to be no words, Amanda. At the end of the day, when your mom's ready to go, she'll go. Um, and there's no point in me saying try and be strong, because that's just pointless. Because at the end of the day, it's your dear mom and you don't want her to go, and I completely understand that. I know exactly what you're going to be going through, and if I can help you, I'll be more than happy to help you, as you know. Let me just give you the fourth card. If you guys want to go and report that Robert Stanley Bell as being harassment, I'd appreciate that. 2, 3. Oh wow, Amanda, check that out. Steady progress. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you are making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. I can absolutely, totally understand that. And thank you for being here as always. Diane Dawes says, what I need to know is, did my mom suffer when she was passing? Who was it she was reaching out to before she passed? Well, first and foremost, Diane, I'll just wet my lips. First and foremost, no. The only suffering that she had was a slight anguish, and the anguish wasn't about where she was going; it was about leaving people behind. I'm getting a strong indication that she didn't want to leave people behind. In other words, she was a very, very caring person and looked after a lot of people whilst here, and was worried about who was going to take care of. That's what I keep getting. Who is going to take care of, like that. I'm being told that there's a young energy that went ahead of you guys. So either, Diane, you either have a brother or sister in spirit, or there's a young energy I'm supposed to acknowledge. This is either a brother or sister to you guys, or a grandchild to Diane I'm supposed to acknowledge. And there's a blood-related illness like leukemia I'm supposed to acknowledge, but it's not like blood sugar or blood pressure. It's a blood-related illness that affects either the kidneys and the liver, or it's got to be something like leukemia I'm supposed to acknowledge, but I'm getting the bloods being wrong. Alrighty. Somebody crosses over with an accident that's either involved with a motorcycle or a bicycle, but there's something about 2 wheels and crossing over I'm supposed to bring up. Steve, Stephanie, Stan, there's a strong S name I'm supposed to acknowledge here as well. And I'm getting 2 people that cross over or have birthdays and anniversaries around the same time. Okay, because they stand side by side and they say dates. So for an example, if someone's birthday was on the 5th of January and somebody else's anniversary was, say, around the 8th of January, then they will say their birthday and anniversary is around the same time in that year, or that month of the year. Okay. I don't know what it is, Diane, but you're not asking the right questions. Okay, it's kind of like you ask a question to sort of placate information to try and help you, but you don't ask the right question. You're afraid to ask the right question. Right, okay. Something about the read. Okay, got it. I'm supposed to talk about your own worry about a date. Okay. So Diane, either we're coming up on a birth, an age. Like for an example, I move into my 59th year this February, and this is the year my mom passed. So I had a lot of fear coming into this year, saying, "Okay, am I going to make it to 59, or am I going to make it through 59?" And I'm getting the same principles with you. You're coming up on a connection that is either a date or a year or a birthday. In other words, somebody's age. And you've got to, like I had to, you've got to remember that was their journey, not yours. Their journey was to cross at that age in that year, and yours is different. So stop worrying about their time and just be focused on your own, okay? Corin Oliver says, Paul, I love your laugh. I feel my love one, but it gets so much more. Thank you for that, Corin. I really enjoy that. That's helped me. According to that Pratt Robert Stanley Bell, who's a keyboard warrior, of course. That's helped me. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna, because I'm not being given a month, I'm gonna give you the card at the top of the deck. The law of attraction. I teach that week in, week out. The law of attraction. Each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends. So invest wisely. That's probably a good message for that Robert Stanley Bell, actually. Each thought is an investment. Actually, he probably only allowed one thought a day, so he's had it already. Each thought is an investment that pays immediate dividends, so invest wisely. You have the power to choose your thoughts and align them with love, peace, and harmony, all at your request. We will gladly attune your energies to higher frequencies. So basically, Dan, that's kind of similar to what I was saying. Keep your thoughts and your feelings and your energies and your love high, and you will attract that to you. Okay, my darling? Hopefully that helps you out. Okay. So Corinne Oliver said to me, I just read it out, Paul, I love your laugh. Thank you very much. I feel my loved one, but I get so much more. Well, Corinne, thank you so very much for sharing that, because when you have the courage to be able to share what your connections with your loved ones, then that gives other people the belief that they can be able to do the same, and they can. They just need to start believing in their own connections, and that will really, really work. Demi says, hi, Paul. I'm new to your lives. Well, Demi, thank you. From what I'm seeing, you're amazing. I don't... Thank you. Thank you very much. I feel my loved ones around me every day, and I get signs such as angel numbers, and I can feel their energies around me. Can you give me some advice on how to interact with my loved ones a little bit more? Well, first and foremost, Demi, you're doing everything right. You're opening your mind and your heart and your energies up to the connection. That's it. That's the best thing to be doing. You're looking for how they want to connect to you. You're doing everything right. They don't all connect through mediums. Most people, when we cross to the other side of life, we're not going to want to have to talk through a third party. I know I wouldn't. I'd want to talk to my wife and my family direct, okay? But that's not necessarily always going to be the way. Sometimes you're going to have to do it through a third party to make that initial connection. In your case, you're well ahead of the game. Your abilities to be able to open up to the energies around you and acknowledge that they're there is putting you at 2/3 of the way down the road. So the next thing to be doing, Demi, is be sort of being, play with them, interact with them, talk to them like they're literally there with you. All right. Be saying, I'd like you to affect something Like, for example, if there are pictures of people around you who have crossed over, say, hey, listen, if you are one of the people that are here, affect the picture so I know who you are, okay? Or give me indications on maybe a birthday, or indications on a day when they crossed over, but something to give you indications about who that person is, and then allow that to happen. Now, one of the ways they can do that, Timmy, and this is one of the ways that I'm being told that they did, is through the connection of dreams, okay? But we call them visitations. A dream is when your conscious and your subconscious work hand in hand and you get weird, nonsensical dreams. But a visitation is when they can connect to you directly, and that connection is worth 1,000 reads. It's better than any medium could do for you, because that's your loved one talking to you direct. Now, the difference between a dream is you'll forget all the bits and pieces about a dream because it just doesn't make sense, and you go, oh, that was weird. But a visitation, you'll remember absolutely everything about it. Where they were, what they were wearing, what you were wearing, what you spoke about, the connections, the messages. You'll remember it literally, vividly, everything. And like I say, that is worth 1,000 readings. So my advice is ask them to be able to connect that way for you, my darling, okay? I don't know whether there's somebody connected here to stargazing, stars, something about stars I'm supposed to acknowledge, okay? A star, stargazing, stars, something about that, Demi, that I'm supposed to talk about. Either this person crosses over in and around their own birthday or their own star sign, but I'm supposed to talk about stars as being significant here, and I don't know whether they're talking about physical stars, as in stars in the sky, or they're connected to NASA. I don't know, but there's something about stars I'm supposed to acknowledge. There's a W name here, but I'm being shortened to like Bill. Okay, so there's either William, Will, or Bill name they want me to draw my attention to. And forgive me, but there's somebody crosses over either at the hands of another, or someone's actions go about somebody else's crossing. But it may not necessarily have been deliberate. It may have been an accident. I don't know, but I feel that someone's actions bring about the crossing of somebody else. Okay. David, Dave, or Dan. There's a strong D name to be acknowledged here, and there's a birthday and anniversary connected to the 8th month of August or the 8th of a month is significant. So the 8th month of August or the 8th of a month is significant here, Demi. Right, on to yourself. Don't be surprised if the new career comes up around the corner, or there's acknowledgement to bring you onto where you're supposed to be career-wise, okay? Don't be frightened to put your feet into the water. Don't be frightened to try new things. I kind of get the feeling you are living to really bring harmony to other people rather than yourself, okay? In other words, you're doing a job which appeases other, but you're out there, you're working, you're bringing home a wage, and so on and so forth, and that's all tickety-boo. But you'd really be rather doing something else. Here's the thing: I've always said to my children, choose a career, whatever career you want to do. I want you to choose a career that you love, and in that you won't ever work a day in your life. By that I mean, when you get up every day and you do something you absolutely love, you don't have to worry about it, because you will always give it 100% without effort. And I'm kind of getting the feeling is we need to move you towards that. Alrighty? You are a natural carer. You're a natural caregiver. Your ability to be able to nurse people is kind of built in. Okay? Let's go for the 8th card. 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom. Shower of abundance. To heal your financial situation, first, give us your worries concerning money. We will guide you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance. As we work together, your financial situation will heal as it will heal as fast as you will allow. So basically, I understand what that means. It means that you are one of these lovely people who say when great luck comes your way, there must be bad luck be behind it. So you're kind of like, well, that was good luck, so there's got to be bad luck coming. No, 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 no. Learn to accept good luck for what it is, and more good luck will actually sort of come by it. It's kind of the law of attraction. Once you are used to accepting good luck, then it will just continue to shower. Alrighty? Demi, I hope that helps you out, my darling, and I hope you had a fantastic day. Maria, good afternoon. How are you? Good afternoon. Lovely to see you. Had to switch to YouTube because I was invisible on Facebook. That's yeah. I'm advising everybody to go across to YouTube, and basically people are getting better results there. Tony, I'm sorry if I've missed your question, but as you can imagine, I was busy working with everybody else. Feel free to put your question through again. Amy Hill, good evening. Lovely to see you. I've been journaling, says Faye, and some of my journaling have become letters to my parents, trying to figure out some memories. That is an amazing thing to do. Well done, you. I like the way I've been journaling, and some of my journaling has become letters to my parents. Do you know what? That is a great way to give your communication, appreciation, validation, because it's written word, and there's nothing stronger than the written word, because they can your recipient, i.e. parents, etc., are able to read it over and over and over. Okay, they get it both in essence, energy, and they get it physicality. So it is an amazing way to do that. And I always tell people to do, for example, people who say to me, I didn't get the opportunity to say goodbye, then I say, well, go and do it. Sit down and write a letter to the person you never got an opportunity to say goodbye to. Write that letter out as if you have the opportunity, because they will connect to it, and do it to its absolute strength and in full. Okay, write everything down. Don't hold back. Faye, that is an amazing thing to do. And make sure you keep a copy of it for you to be able to relate to again in times to come. Faye, because of that, I'm going to give you a card. Then I'm going to do another card for my pal Roger. Alrighty? I don't know if Roger's suffering with either a lower left back problem. Okay, but I'm getting twinges in my lower left as I was just thinking about Roger just then. And something about change the crystals. Time to change the crystals. Change the crystals. I keep getting change the crystals. So Faye, card number 1 for you, my darling. Here we go. The entrepreneur. The entrepreneur. Here we go. Let me just get that in. So it's the sides. There we go. Self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. So the entrepreneur doesn't necessarily have to be the financial entrepreneur. All right, the entrepreneur can be working for oneself, working for one's mind, self-well-being, your journaling. That can be all under the heading of the entrepreneur. It doesn't necessarily mean financial gain. Although that being said, young lady, don't be surprised if that doesn't come up again. Alrighty? Don't be surprised if your return to work doesn't come into play. Okay, but not necessarily working for a company, your own company, your own business, your own growth with you and Roger. And yes, Roger, it's about time you done some stage work for this side of your work. Okay, nothing, no reason why you can't set up a little demonstration show in a hall locally to you and invite 30, 40, 50 guests and do an event doing reads from a stage. It's time. Roger Garza Sr., your card tonight is ask. Ask and you shall receive. You're not asking. Okay? And once again, the card is not the camera, sorry, is not, there we go. There we go. Ask us to help you in this situation and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by many universal laws, and amongst them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we patiently await your request, Roger. Put it to the angels, my friend. Put it to the angels. Wow, all my family have blue eyes. My brother is Andrew, and my mom's birthday is April. There you go, my darling. But according to the other guy, I'm a fraud, so maybe you all can put him straight for me. Amanda, thank you, my darling. Thank you for being here. Emily Robinson says, is it true that kids are more sensitive to spirit? My uncle is always pointing out and talking to people. I have always maintained that children are the best mediums because people, children are people too. Adults or adult people have a habit of evaluating. Okay, once we start to interact with spirit energies and thoughts and connections, and be it psychic or be it medium or both, we start evaluating what we're getting. Children don't. They just, whatever's in front of them, they deal with it. Okay, they don't evaluate it, they just deal with it. So they are the best. Now the good thing about it is, Emily, they are also like animals. They can evaluate an energy being a nice energy or a not so nice energy, and there's no in between. They can tell you straight, I don't like this person, or oh, I like this person. Whomever they're talking to is a protector. Okay, now let me jump in quickly, Emily, and state this. Children are also quite good at linking with their own guides. They don't know who that guide is, but it's just their friend. And you've heard children talking about, or you've heard people talking about their imaginary friend. A lot of these friends, including my own, turned out to be their guides. Okay, one of my imaginary friends actually turned out to be my beautiful Sean, who's my master guide, who's with me right now as we speak. So relax in the fact that the energies talking to your children are benevolent. They're looking out for them. Okay. One of the energies is a male that comes in on your mom's side of the family, Emily. Okay. So as a male gentleman comes in from the left to me, that means mom's side of the family. Points at his watch that just says it's my time. And that's all it was. It was just my time to go home. Right? It was my time. I don't feel, I don't feel, you know, I didn't get a full life, and I don't feel anything. I just felt it's my time to go home, and I went home, and that's it. That's the high and the low of it. Emily, I'm supposed to talk about somebody connected to the Air Force in some way. I'm seeing wings and I'm seeing an Air Force uniform. So there's an Air Force connection that they want me to talk about. And a shortened name or a nickname like Matty, like that kind of a name. Like an M with a vowel on it, like an M with a Y on it, something like that. I'm seeing, you're probably too young to remember, but I'm seeing a Ford Anglia. You know the car in the Harry Potter movies? I'm seeing one of those. So they want me to acknowledge that particular car. I'm very connected to one of those cars myself because my dad drove two of those. He drove one exactly the same color as in the Harry Potter movies, in fact. So I'm being told to talk about the Anglia as being significant. Now, I'm also supposed to say there was a situation with you in the high street with an overshadowing. In other words, you saw somebody in the street that reminded you of somebody who had crossed. Okay, and that's called overshadowing. And they can stand in front of this person that looks similar to them, and you see the person that they want you to see. In other words, if you saw your mom, your dad, your grandparent, they were doing that deliberately to try and get your attention, and they're saying you did see who you thought you saw. Emily, it's time to go back to school. I'm talking about new education coming in, so there's either a new an addition to a skill set that you're already doing. So in other words, you're going to be going to a night class or going to a day class or something, but new education is coming in to bring you up a level, to either return to work or to enhance work. Okay, I'm being told flip the coin, whatever that means. That's a new one on me. Flip the coin, you'll be okay. I'm seeing Emily, I don't know where you're from, but there's a TV show here in the UK called Only Fools and Horses, and there's an episode where Grandad gives Del Boy a double-headed coin. Ah, gotcha. Okay, when the double-headed coin means set up your own luck. Okay, don't just hope things are going to happen. Make them happen. Okay, it's now. You've got now everything you need to be successful. So go ahead and do it. Okay? Pull up your socks and get on with it. March is significant, or the third of a month. January, March, or the third of a month is significant. Okay? Okay, third card. Here we go. Go, trois. So, Emily, the ocean. Once again, the camera is being obtuse. Alright, so let's get that ocean card. There we go. There's the angel. Okay. It doesn't want to do it tonight for some reason. Like it's testing me tonight. There we go. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing womb brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend some time physically near the ocean and allow its power and beauty to wash away all your cares and concerns. That is a really good message, not only for you, Emily, but for all peoples. Okay? Amanda saying that my sister is Margaret. That's the MA name. Got it. Amy Hill saying, good to see you all in here. It's been a long time no see. Much love. Amy, it's an absolute pleasure to have you back. And you've been away too long. Make sure you come back and spend a lot more time with us. I'm pushing out energy for you, Amy Hill. And if I get anything for you, I promise you, I will definitely bring it to you. Jackie Noon says, Paul, can I ask you a question regarding orbs? Are the small ones for past rainbow babies and the big ones for adults? Well, there is no yes and no to that, Jackie, because what I see as orbs, you may not agree with, and what you see as orbs, I may not agree with. So there is no if you have worked out a situation with your guides and your guides then say small orbs represent babies and big orbs represent people, then that's okay. That's all right. No, and don't let anybody tell you different. For me, it doesn't work that way, but that doesn't mean you're wrong and I'm right. Not by any chalk. So I would say that the connection of the orb is commonly known as the energy manifesting. Okay, so the energy as it comes together and starts to build, it manifests in the state of an orb. So I would say definitely it's an energy starting to manifest itself. Okay. Corinne says, I have so many different orbs and lots of different shapes. Well, that's really, really quite cool. My advice, Corinne, is do as much filming on these particular orbs as you can. Okay, film them and share them with me. Okay, I'd be very, very happy to hear them. Now, come back on Thursday night show, because on Thursday night I'm going to be talking about ghosts and spirits. Do come and join me on that. I know the heart thing, says Amanda. My youngest brother had a heart attack and he had a stent put in. I do hope he's well, darling. And my brother, Paddy, yes, that's his name, Paddy the Irishman. He has had many stents put in as well. I know that thing. Watching you on 75 inches of Paul Francis. That's scarily wrong. That sounds wrong. But I'm very, very glad to everybody on 75-inch TV screen. Philip Tahoe, even not Paul Tahoe, Phil Tahoe. Watching you, Paul. Hi, Paul. Got kicked off Facebook, and now you're on you. Yes, so many people get started off the show on Facebook, and Facebook does a Humpty Dumpty and kicks everybody off. So basically, I'm trying to get everybody to start and remain on YouTube from here on forth. You won't get kicked off there. Vanessa says, hi, Paul. Sorry, been working. Please don't be sorry, Vanessa. I am very, very grateful that you're here at all. Thank you very, very much. I know you're not late, and the very fact you're taking the time out of your day to be here, I am extremely grateful. Thank you. Facebook user, hope you're well, would love a card. Whoever you are, and it says, hi, Paul, hope you're well, would love a card, please, XXX. Please zoom across to YouTube, Paul Francis Media on YouTube, and you'll get me, and then I can see who you are, and I'd happily do it for you. Alrighty. Demi says, hi, thank you so much, that helps so much. You are very, very welcome. Melissa says, sorry, weird question. How long are we in heaven for? As long as you want. And that's not being facetious. I'm not being facetious. You can go up into heaven, you can cross over to the other side, and you can return really, really quickly, or you can be there as long as you want. Okay, remember, it's all about the soul's progression, the soul's advancement. So you can have, say, for an example, I don't know, I'm just making these numbers up, by the way, right? You can come here and I've done 4, 5, 6, 7 life cycles here, and then take a break. And then go right, okay, now and add on to it. So there's no given as to how long you're over there and then you gotta come back. That's not how it works. Okay, unless you're like me. When I went across the other side of life now, I want to stay. No, you're going back. I went, no, I don't want to go back. They went, you're going back. You got work to do. Boop, send me back. Faces, you've got Roger's back pain. Oh, I'm sorry, Rod. I'm sorry you're going through that, buddy. I'm asking the angels of healing. Jophael, I'm asking them to help you right now to alleviate that power, that pressure in your left rear. So it's kind of, but please don't be the soldier, my friend. Please don't be the soldier. Go and get looked at. It feels to me it's both muscular and nerve related. Okay, I'm not a doctor. I don't diagnose, and I specifically don't tell people to go to the doctor and say, hey, listen, I've got this problem with the back. The medium told me. The doctor will look at you and go, what? So go to the doctor, tell them exactly what the symptoms are, and let the professionals do the job. I am not a doctor. I do not diagnose, and I definitely don't give out cures. That's professionals' job, and they have trained for many, many, many years to be able to do that, and I'm not good enough to do that, so I won't. Was my mom happy with her makeup I did for her viewing? Oh, Corinne, I am sorry you actually went through that. Before I went to that particular question, I would like to say tonight, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being here on Reach Across with Paul Francis. You are listening to us live on the United Public Radio Network on 105.3, 107.7 FM, coming to you from beautiful New Orleans. Tonight is Reach Across, where we sit and talk about connections, and I do reads when they come in, and I link and I pass on the information to you guys. But Thursday night is Spirit Quest. That's the journey of life. So on Thursday night, we will be talking about ghosts and spirits and the difference between the two. And what I really, really, really want to hear from is your experiences with any ghosts or spirits that you've encountered. So come and join me on Thursday night. And now, that will be 9 p.m. GMT. That's 9 p.m. London time, which means it's roughly 4 p.m. in Eastern, or 3 p.m. wherever you are. So make sure you guys come and join me this coming Thursday night. Going back to Corinne, was my mom happy with her makeup that you did for her viewing? Bless your heart. Okay, she was far more interested in you and the family members than she was looking at herself. She's more your mom. Okay. All right. This is not only an answer for Corinne. This is an answer for y'all. Okay. She was more enamored with the fact that she was able to hang out and connect with all of the people that she had lost in her time here. So when she crossed over, she was met by family members who had crossed ahead of her. Okay, one in specific crossed her over, who was a male, so it was either husband or father who crosses her over, because she's enamored by who's met her. She had so lost these people in her mind and in her heart, and once they meet her again, can you imagine the party? So she was more connected to the people who she was able to reconnect with, and try and help the people who were here, and she would looking at herself in her the way you left her. But for more, it's more important about how you feel about it, Corinne. Okay, it's more important that you feel that you're doing that one thing for her. Now, the energy that comes from that action is second to none. Okay, she gets that energy. That's more important, because it's like that Christmas gift. You were giving her that final Christmas gift, that ability to make her look great. And if you think she looked great, that's how she got it. But she was more focused on how you were handling her costume. Hope that helps, my darling. Okay, Tony. So Tony puts a question to me now. Tony, first of all, hi. Hi, Paul. Me and my daughter have had someone around us all day, and we've both seen my mom. I'll read that again. We've had someone around us all day. We have both seen my mom that passed, but I can't hear them. I always feel they want to say something and get across to me, but I just can't hear them. They usually come at night, and they scare me, but it seems to be like a different energy that just would love to know what they want to say. Well, first and foremost, okay, the reason why, again, this is kind of like what I'm going to be talking about on Thursday night, right? But I will respond to this one because it's about your loved one. Okay, don't ever be frightened. Okay, especially when you're making the connection that it's your mom. All right, here's the thing, Tony. Your mom would have looked after you here, right? She would have been a mom. She would have been protective, supportive, and motivative. She's not going to change just because she crosses the other side of life. She's still going to be mom. She's still going to be protective. She's still going to be supportive, and she's definitely going to be motivative. Now, when I say motivative, that means She's going to be trying to tell you she is fine. Okay. She wants me to say, or the person who's connected with me wants me to say, the leg is fine now. Okay. The leg is fine now. Okay. It's absolutely fine. She wants me to say that because, or the person connected to me wants me to say that because that was a big thing. I'm supposed to say to you, I would be giving you grief today about your nails. Okay, I'm supposed to give you grief about your nails. She's telling me to say that she affects the ornament. It's the ornament that she's drawn her attention to. The ornament to let you know that it's her. Okay. Also to say, please get the window sorted. Sort the window out. There's something about the window not closing properly, or there's something in the window that's not right. But she's telling me to talk about the windows being significant, or the person that she's with. So this is either your dad or her dad. But I'm getting an older male that comes in on a protective level, a protective energy. So this is going to be a father, grandfather figure. But the window needs sorting. I'm supposed to say to you as well, Tony, I can see a new car in the not too distant future. Okay? And don't worry about things. Okay? Things are going to work out. Things are going to be fine. Okay? But the more that you worry, the less you progress. Okay? The more you roll up in a ball, and the more the ball just goes past you. So open up, spread your wings, and become the person they know who they know that you are. They know you're strong, they know you're focused, they know you're motivated, and they know you can achieve. But you need to believe that. Okay, let's do the card for you. We're zooming on time here, my dear friends, so keep those questions coming. So, Tony. Wow. What did I just say to you? Believe in yourself, basically, right? Look at the card that came out. Have confidence. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will buoy your courage and faith. Basically, they will support you as you think life is getting a bit tough on you. Call the angels in and they will help you. Hopefully that helps you. Faye says, thank you very much for the card. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Fab2013. Hi, my name's Brian. Hi, Brian. Do I hear my mum's voice? It feels like her. Well, one of the things that I've always found myself as really, really good at is being able to identify tone. Okay, I can obviously, there are times when maybe I'm in the kitchen being the chef, and I'll shout through to the guys in the room going, is that such and such? And they go, yeah, how'd you know that? And because I can identify with tones and the way people speak. So think about it, Brian. If you don't know who your mom is, then nobody would know. Okay, so if everything that you're picking up on, that is sound, feeling, thought, and essence, is all pointing towards mom, and you can be pretty sure it's going to be your mom. I can't say for certain it's, oh yeah, that's your mom, no, because I'll be lying. I don't know. But if there's anybody between the two of us who's going to be more qualified to be able to detect it's your mom, it's you. All right. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest with you here, Brian. When my mom passed, it took me 3 attempts to be able to talk to her. Okay. She talked to me. I couldn't deal with it. Okay. She came through, couldn't deal with it, sat at the end of the bed, cried like a girl. She came through the second time in a different way, more gentle way, still couldn't deal with it, ended up sitting at the end of the bed crying like a girl. The third time she came through with a far different approach, and a more sort of almost scientific approach, and I was able to deal with it. I knew it was her. could see it was her. I could detect her voice. The first 2 times I couldn't see her. I could only hear her voice, but I knew it was her. So I could tell how she spoke and the tone of her voice. So if you can say, that's my mom's voice, I can feel it, but the essence is you know, the best way to put it, Brian, is your spidey sense. If that's all saying that's mom, then my advice is to go with it. Now, at this point, I would then say, right, time to test mom. Time to test her. Okay, mom, thank you for being here. That's important. Thank her for being here. It takes a lot of energy to be able to be here. Okay, so thank her for being here, and then say to her, right, okay, mom, first of all, thank you very much for being here. Well, I would like you to do something for me. I want you to affect this or affect that, or do something that I know it's you. And don't be afraid to do it. And she'd be extremely grateful, Brian, the very fact that you're taking the time out to talk to her in the first place. And first of all, thank you for being here tonight. I really appreciate that. But buddy, if that's your mom, she'll be number one, elated at the fact that you're understanding it's her. B, you're doing something about it, talking here tonight. C, talking to her direct is going to be far better than any reading. Okay, look out for it. Roger says, thank you. Roger, you never have to thank me. You're always there for me, you guys, you and Faye. Anytime I can be of assistance, anytime I can do anything for you, you only have to say hey. Saying hey is Facebook user who's given me a hey and a wee heart. Thank you very much. I can't see who you are. Please, please, please zoom over to the YouTube channel. Type in Paul Francis Medium. It'll take you to my channel and I can see exactly who you are. I'd love to be able to say hi to you. I'd love to be able to do cards for you from drawing for you, but I can only just see Facebook user. It's Kelly McLaughlin. She has made it here. Hello. I had not had a card in a year. Okay, Kelly McLaughlin. Why have you not had a card in a year? Have you asked for a card in a year? He says with fluttering eyelashes. If you want a card, my angel, no problem at all. You've been an avid supporter of mine for many, many years. Who am I to say no to the great Kelly McLaughlin? You do so much for so many other people, and especially with the charity work, I would happily give you a card. The card that comes up for you, my darling, creative project. Okay, there we go. Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity in your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and recognizes your passion towards life. Hopefully it helps you, Kelly, my darling. I do hope that helped a lot, because I know that's the kind of person you are. You're a wonderfully warm and energetic person. Emily says, some he's okay, and there's something that seems to make him uncomfortable in his room. First of all, Emily, how old is your son? That's important. So please let me know how old he is. Take notice of that idiot, Paul. You are the best. No one comes near you. Just listen to us, not him. Oh, I trust you guys absolutely implicitly. It's just you get a guy who goes out of his way to try and annoy you. Sometimes when you're tired, like I'm tired, it can annoy me. Diane says, thank you for my message. I probably didn't ask you the right question. I've done where to start. Then book in for a reading, my darling. Book in and book me for an hour, and we'll go through them all happily. Jonathan, good evening, sir. Welcome to the show. It's been a while. I do hope you're well. Emily says, okay, let's bring it up so I can see it on the main screen. I saw someone like man the other day in town that made me freeze. There you go. That was the overshadowing. Yeah, thinking of doing courses to help with my new business. Go for it, girl. It's time. But more importantly, it's your nan letting you know that she sees what's going on around you and she's still part of your life. That's what that means, right? Only 4:10 in the afternoon, says Kel. There we go. Rianne Matthews says, "Hi Paul, can you tell me if my sister is happy, please?" Rianne, if your sister is on the other side of life, I absolutely guarantee it, without even having to think about it, solid gold, she is happy. Okay. What we tend to do, Rianne, is if we evaluate life. I've got a cold. Excuse my sinuses are completely blocked. We evaluate life from our perspective. In other words, we see life as it is, and we evaluate it. Okay, so we have a tendency to look at people who've crossed over from the same evaluation. Alrighty, but the other side of life is nothing like this one. Okay, try to imagine being inside perfection, inside harmony, inside peace and tranquility, inside absolute being. Okay, and then being connected to everybody that has gone ahead of you. They're all there. Okay, and they reconnect. So it's a huge, magnificent, beautiful spiritual party. Okay, she is absolutely, totally happy. Totally happy. More importantly, she's also educated on that side of life as to how she can affect this side of life in a positive way. Alrighty? But my darling, thank you for the question. And thank you for being here tonight. Kelly says, "Lucky I got in today." Oh, you are. You are you? Vanessa says, "Please may I have a card? Not feeling too great." No, okay, I'll do a card for you, Vanessa. Of course you will. But here's the thing. You got to remember, when you give in to not feeling great, you only attract that kind of energy. So when you're down, you're attracting that energy. Pick your head up, hold your head up, and acknowledge the fact that I always say, acknowledge what you've achieved, and acknowledge the great things in your life. Okay? I managed to achieve that. Do you know what? I have a great life. Okay? And watch the energy around you change. Let go of what does not serve you and embrace everything that does. Ooh, do you hear that? It's a wedding. Look at that. You asked for the question. First and foremost, everybody listening to me on FM tonight and all around the world, I do apologize for my nasally kind of voice tonight. I've got a cold, which doesn't seem to want to go away. It's affecting my chest and my sinuses. So I sound a little bit like I'm talking in a bean tin. So anyway, Vanessa, you said, "Can you give me a card, please, Paul?" And I said, "Yeah, check that out." Okay. Marriage is the union of two souls joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well-founded faith in love's power. Continually breathe life into that faith and love, my dearest one. Now, yes, if you're already married, you're thinking, that doesn't make sense. But a wedding also means a joining of two things, okay? Two new things that are in your life. Maybe a new pastime, maybe a new connection with friends, whatever that is. Allow that to bring joy into your life, and just expose that joy in your life so that you can then feed off of it and feed to it. In other words, make it mutually beneficial. But remember, when you're having a bad day, not just Vanessa, all y'all, when you're having a bad day, when you're thinking the world hates me, just stop. Really stop. The world doesn't hate you. Okay? Take a look at all of what you've achieved in your life. All of the great things you've managed to achieve. Focus on those. Okay? Let go of everything that does not serve you. Okay? If something that is in your life is a chore and a negative, then just don't do it anymore. Alrighty? Guy goes into a doctor Says to the doctor, it hurts when I put my arm in the air. The doctor says, well, don't do it then. Simple as that. Don't do it. Right. Paul, says Rianne. Paul, is it true that when you go to heaven, you can go to heaven and then come back down to the same family in generations? Are you talking about reincarnation, my darling? And if that's what you're asking me, yes is the answer. Yes, not only is it true, but it's been documented time after time after time after time after time. Okay, it's been documented on so many occasions that a family member crosses over and it comes back to the same family. That has happened in multiples of occasions. Okay, by all means, there's a TV show called The Ghost in My Child. Okay, so you might have to YouTube it. The Ghost in My Child. Have a look at that. Blow your mind. Roger is going to get this back pain checked out. And did Roger say that, Faye, or did you say that to Roger? I bet you said it to him. Paul said your back pain needs to be sorted out, and we're sorting it out. And Roger's going, cheers, Paul. Thanks for that. I thought we were pals. Hey, listen, sometimes you just got to bite the bullet, get the job done. You know as well as I do. Angela McKendrick, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. It's been a while. Malik says, can I ask a question, please? And thank you. Malik, please, if I can help you, I'm more than happy to do that. Kelly says, sorry, I got to run. I got to go back to work. Hope to see you Thursday. Kelly, please. And tell all your pals at work that I'm going to be live on Thursday. Tell them to come join me. William Garrison says, sad times for a lot of people. It is a sad time for a lot of people. But at the end of the day, we can either be overrun by the river of sadness, or we can rise above it and create paths so that people can follow us into happiness. Is there a message for my parents in the spirit world? Malik says. Okay, Malik. Okay. I don't want to come across to you as being facetious. That's not who I am. That's not what I do. But I'm hearing Sun Tzu, The Art of War. I'm hearing it in my mind. To get the right answers, one first must learn to ask the right question. Okay, so basically, what is it you want to know? Again, it's not wanting to sound facetious. Please don't take it that way in any way. But I'm hearing The Art of War in my head. I'm hearing some. I have one of my guides, Chen, and he is with me for philosophy, and I can hear him saying, one must first learn to ask the right questions. To hear the right answers, one must first learn to ask the right questions. And I know that's Sun Tzu, The Art of War. So, Malik, you're carrying something under the heading of guilt. Okay, there's a guilt connection here that I'm supposed to acknowledge, because I'm seeing. I have a symbol for guilt, and it's coal. Yeah, like you put it in fire, coal. And I'm seeing bags of coal, which means you're carrying guilt. Okay, first and foremost, guilt has no benefit to anybody. Okay, disassociate guilt from your life. Get rid of it. Okay, get it out of your system. Get it out of your life, because guilt is a no-win scenario. Okay, just get rid of it. What you're really asking is, do you think your family think you're good enough? And that's the right answer is, your family do think you're good enough. Does your family love you? Duh, yeah. Will they do everything they can to help you on the other side of life? Yes, they will. The fact of the matter is, will you allow it? I get the feeling of you beating yourself over the head with a big stick. In other words, you're knocking yourself back down. If you've only just come into the show, then you would have missed me saying a little bit earlier, if you want to honor those who have crossed, be the best you can be here. Live life to the max and make your life worth something. Okay? If you want to honor those who have crossed, make your life worth something. Make it happen. Be successful. Make your life a success and make it a situation where it helps other people. And you will be honoring those who have crossed over. But let go of guilt. That's what I got to share with you. Don says, last week I asked my angels for something physical. Days later, I was on a bus by the window. The window was accidentally smashed into my face. By rights, I should have been injured, but not a scratch. Thank you, angels. Wow, Don. Wow. Jackie says, I never got to say goodbye to my dad. He was happy with what I'd done, and I can't connect with him. You're just trying too hard. And what you're looking for is that big billboard. You're too busy looking for the billboard that you're missing all the connections. You're missing the connections. I'm being told to say that either his initials or his name was on a car, and you missed it. You seen it, you were like, oh, and you missed it. And that was a connection. Okay? But you're too busy looking for that huge advert in the sky that you're missing all the connections. Alrighty, darling, so look out for those. Thank you, says Tony. We got a new car about 6 months ago. There you go. Corinne says, yes, I did it for Mom and my brothers. Thank you so much for your wonderful words. I just love your show. Corinne, thank you. Thank you so much for what, just bring it over here so I can see it. Thank you so much for your wonderful words. I just love your show. Once again, I appreciate that very much. Thank you for for what you were doing. Was it my Aunt Peggy that filled the house up with the smell of blueberries? If the smell of blueberries relate, and automatically bring you to your Aunt Peggy, then that's her connection for you, and she will do that continuously. Alrighty. William Garrison says, having internet problems, Big Brother strikes again. Very likely. Very, very likely. Okay, a lot of people asking me for cards, and we're nearly out of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a genuine a card. I'll do 3 cards in a minute, and you'll be drawn to the card for yourself. So just give me a moment while I get that together. Patricia Giseli says, hello friends, today I filmed another UFO on my roof here in Brazil. The video of the sighting is on my YouTube profile. Thanks. Well done, Patricia. I'm very, very interested in that. That's something that I genuinely am very, very interested in. So Jane Butterworth is on. A lot of people are asking me for cards. Stick around momentarily, and I will do that. Okay. Can anyone see my messages? Maria, stop panicking. Yes, we can. Gosh, everybody can see. Jonathan, tell her to stop panicking. Sue, when you pray or ask the universe for help, is it selfish to ask for it? No, Sue. That's your own guilt perspective. You're allowing guilt to overshadow your life. Get guilt out. Not only should you say to the universe what you want, you should be expecting it to happen. Okay, and don't deviate from that. Okay, I want that, and then tell the universe not only I want that, but I want it by this time, because the universe does not go, well, do you deserve that? It goes, okay. But if you go, hey universe, I want this, but in the back of your head you're thinking, I know I'm not going to get it, universe hears that as well. Okay, so turn around and go, I want this, and I want it by that date, and don't deviate from it. And just watch what happens. Right, let me just get all the way down here. Gosh, we got another idiot here. So, all right. Kaylee says, I feel a strong presence around me constantly. Can you help me out, please? Well, Kaylee, I'm just about coming to the end of the show, but please, 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 come along to Thursday night show. Okay, because Thursday night I'm actually going to be talking about ghosts and spirits. So come along and be a part of that show. Okay, we got. I'll tell you what. There's so many idiots jumping in and trying to get you to come to them. If I one more time, just for everybody's listening, everybody listening to me on FM radio, unless I have said the name of a psychic medium, do not go and see them off of my show. Roger and Faye, for an example, that I will wholeheartedly recommend that you go and watch their show, which is Wednesday night on Latino Psychics, or Saturday afternoon or morning, Saturday afternoon here in the UK, but morning in the United States for this month for you. Definitely go and see them, okay? But all the rest of these idiots who are saying jump in and I will give you a reading, they're rip-off merchants. They're not real, okay? Right, so here we go. This Izzy Record Staff. I mean, there you go. That name alone, Izzy Record Staff. That's short for I'm a moron. Okay, so what we're going to do now is everybody who's just asked me for a card. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I'm just going to get some cards right now. If you look at the screen, you will see I'm shuffling. If you're listening to us on FM radio, you'll probably hear me shuffling said cards. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 cards out on the table. Now, here's the thing. I don't want you to guess the card. Please don't go, eeny, meeny, miny, moe, blah, 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 rubbish. No. Close your mind, close your eyes, go quiet for a moment, and be drawn to the number. Okay? So I'm putting the cards out right now. 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. So everybody who's saying, oh, can I have a card, please, Paul? We're doing that right now, okay? So I want you to close your eyes for a second and just relax, chill. Okay, just chill. Breathe. Close your eyes and let the numbers 1, 2, or 3 come to your mind, okay? Whatever. Have a question in your mind that you might want to answer, okay? And allow your friends and family who are in spirit to draw you to one of the cards so they can help you with the answer. Okay, open your mind, open your heart. Okay, but be open to receiving the answer. I mean, Malik has said, any message from my spirit, my family spirit. But we're doing that right now, Malik. So be drawn to the answer in 1, 2, or 3. Okay, you need to get on with it quickly, guys, because we're at 10:02 and I've got to close down in 5 minutes. So, are you drawn to the cards number 1, number 2, or number 3? And if you're listening to me on the United Public Radio Network, which is 105.3 and 107.7 FM from New Orleans, you can also choose that number in your head. Just think, okay, because I'm going to read the cards out momentarily, and you will get your message just the same way. Right. If you have drawn card number 1, if you've been drawn to card number 1, the answer is new partner. A chance meeting is no mistake. It's a divinely orchestrated and catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. So once again, if you choose card number 1, a chance meeting is no mistake. It's divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for fruition to your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people that we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. So that's that one, Sue. Yeah, see, you could choose number 1. If you choose card number 2, like Malik, or Lynn, or Tony, or Dawn, or Leanne, then assertiveness. assertiveness. Here's the card. So if you were drawn to card number 2, the situation can be healed gently and with love as you've requested. Yet there is also need for your strength and truthfulness with the other people involved. We will stand right by you as you speak your truth and given your strength with guided words. So one more time, if you chose card number 2, this situation can be healed gently and with love as you requested. Yet there's also need for your strength and truthfulness with other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. So basically, everybody who chose card number 2 is be open and honest, and the angels will guide you with the right words and the truths that you need to share. Card number 3, Jane Butterworth. I think she's the only one so far on our screen here who's chosen card number 3. But if you are listening to Jane Butterworth, but if you're listening on FM and you chose card number 3, then you need to ground yourself. Ground yourself. That's what the card is. Ground yourself. All right? When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to be floating heavenward, I beg your pardon, your attention and work is needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling and earthly life. So once again, ground yourself. So basically you've been told to ground yourself. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a full and earthly life. My dear friends and loved ones, and family all over the world, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for being a part of Reach Across. I genuinely appreciate it. Please, please, please go to my website, www.paulfrancis111.com. Make sure that when you're on YouTube that you subscribe to the YouTube channel and like all of the videos on YouTube. Please, that's very important. Like the videos and share them. That's really important to me. But tell all your friends and family to come to YouTube and subscribe and like the channel as well. And they will be able to watch more of the shows there. It is a far more stable platform than Facebook, I'm sorry to say, but that's the way it is. I will be back Thursday. Okay, that's around 3 or 4 p.m. depending what part of the United States you're in. And over here in the UK, it'll be 9 p.m. in London time, GMT. And that's for Spirit Quest. And this week's show, I'll be focusing on ghosts and spirits. I really, really want to hear from you. I want to hear about your experiences and your interactive with energy. I'm going to really hope that my pal Sue Finnicum comes on the show, because I want her to discuss what she told me about the other night. Okay, she sent me this message about what she experienced, and I want her to share that with you. So make sure that you tell all your pals, become part of the show this coming Thursday night. Until then, take time out for yourself, communicate, appreciate and validate everyone in your life, so a medium never has to do it for you. Make sure you enjoy life to the max, because then, and when you're enjoying life to the max, you then tell all those who have gone ahead of you that you're happy. Until I see you again, good night, God bless.